What's going on, everyone? Gilman with Live Wealthy, back with another video today, taking a look at Tesla stock as it's just taken off in the past couple of weeks after being announced that it was going to be included in the S&P 500. So we'll take a look at kind of what happened, some news around that, some price action, previous support and resistance levels, and based on that, what the future of the stock could look like. So real quick, if you enjoy these, hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel. I try to do videos on different stocks that I'm looking at, as well as daily Apple update videos. So if you like and subscribe, I really appreciate you. And comment down below what your thoughts on Tesla are, if you're in Tesla, if you've traded Tesla, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. So wasting no time, let me hit record and we'll go right into it. So let's just take a look at the year-to-date chart just for the heck of it. So pre-pandemic, $200 almost, went all the way down to 70 and is now trading at almost $600. So, we're looking at, an 8 point something X multiple, 800% growth since the bottom of the pandemic. But what I really want to focus on is this growth that has happened just in the last 2 weeks of November. So, we were in this period. We went all the way up to the 500s mark, right? And got rejected, and then we sold off, and then we found support kind of in the low 300s, traded sideways for a little bit between the mid 300s, mid 400s range, and then kind of just shot up in the past 2 weeks. So what exactly happened, right? Let's take a look at that. So 2 weeks ago, it was announced that Tesla was going to be included in the S&P 500. So two things based off of that, right? That means that, it's going to be in the 500 companies that are tracked in the S&P 500, which has several implications to it. A, it gives the company a lot more credibility. Now that Tesla was, a company that was struggling with that, but, it gives it more credibility with that. But the sort of other side of that is a lot of indexes that track Tesla now need to purchase that to be able to track it. So they're expecting huge volume, right? So traders are expecting huge volume on December 18th, which is the final day before Tesla is added. And a lot of indexes rather, are going to be adding it into their portfolio as they have portfolios that track the price of the S&P 500, Vanguard and Fidelity being two huge ones. So that's, one of the reasons why it's jumped over 50% this month. Let's take a look at this chart here. This website had a pretty good chart as well. So, as we talked about, it was trading sideways between 450 and 350. When S&P inclusion was announced, right, it pushed up from the 400 to where it's trading now, 574. I think it's even higher, 585, right? This article might be a day or two old. But let's take a look at kind of, where it's trading. So their estimated inflows were 51 billion of amount purchased, right? But Tesla has already added more than 3 times that. They've added 177 billion. So a lot of what, the amount that's added, or the share price that's gone up, has not been because of the S&P inclusion. It's been, the people out there buying because there's a lot of hype around Tesla, or they see a lot of value in Tesla moving forward. Then this article talks about the Yahoo bubble that happened, and then some valuation concerns about Tesla. But all that aside, I don't care if you think Tesla is overvalued or if you think Tesla is going to shoot to 700. The fact of the matter is, we are in a unique territory right now where Tesla is about to hit potentially 100, or at least attempt at $600 a share after their stock split, right? Let's just clear that up. There was a stock split that happened just a couple months ago. So after the fact, we're hitting that 600 mark again. Tesla is now trading 18 times sales. When Elon Musk tweeted in May that Tesla was too high, it was trading at 6 times sales. It's worth more than the entire S&P energy sector. So this article actually brings up a lot of things that are unique about Tesla, right? I'm not saying that Tesla stock is about to crash, but there are, things that you need to look at. It's trading at a trailing price to earnings ratio of 928 and a forward price to earnings ratio of 252. The long-term average price to earnings for the S&P 500 is around 17, so 17 or 252, right? crazy things to look at there. If you're interested in this article, it's called "Do S&P 500 Investors Really Want to Buy Tesla Now?" And granted, it is bringing a lot of things that makes you not want to buy Tesla, but the fact of the matter is, if there's money to be made in the stock, why would you not trade it, right? So let's take a look at, the action that's happened. So this is kind of what we were talking about, right? Trading between the $350, $450 range on the daily chart. Since it was announced, on 11/17, we've jumped up from the 400 to 585, which if I were to take a line, draw it here, we've gone up 46% in 11 days, right? That level of trading returns are pretty much unheard of unless you trade options or you trade small penny stocks, which are super, super risky. So Tesla has gone up a lot in very, very little time. And so then the natural question becomes, what comes next, right? Is Tesla going to break 600 or is Tesla about to sell off? Let's take a look at the 5-day chart, right? It's going to be nothing but upward, right? We were in the high 400s, now we're in the high 500s. So all sort of pullbacks that I've seen have been bought up, especially in the past, since the S&P inclusion. Let's go to here, yeah. So this red candle you see on the 4-hour chart after hours was the announcement. Sold off a little next day. We've gone up, we've sold off, we've gone up, we've kind of consolidated, and then we went up again. So let's take a look at some key support and resistance points that we can look at kind of trading the stock moving forward, and we'll kind of see. So right now, going up, right? There isn't a resistance point that's established yet, right? Let's get that out of the way. Other than the 598.78 that was set on Friday, but Friday being a half day because it was the day after Thanksgiving is a bit unique. So I don't know if we can really consider that resistance. I think tomorrow we'll kind of figure out what direction Tesla's headed. So I think resistance point right now is really hard to sort of come up with. But the one thing that I can point out is, so we were at the 400s mark. There was a lot of consolidation happening. Then when we pushed up, we had some consolidation in the 450s. We had a lot more consolidations in the 500, right? Then we had a little bit of consolidation in the 550 where it can act as resistance and then it can act as support. And then, I'm expecting there to be a little bit of resistance coming at 600, assuming that, Tesla continues to push up. Now, as I mentioned, we have gone up over 45% in a matter of 11 trading days, which means if you bought Tesla 12 days ago, you are up 45% on your investment. And I think a lot of people would be looking to sell just to kind of lock in their profits, which could lead to a decent pullback. Again, not saying the stock's crashing, don't take it the wrong way, but there could be a healthy pullback, right? It's healthy for the stock to pull back. We could see that coming. So resistance, again, hasn't really been established yet because Tesla is at all-time highs. If we take a look at the year-to-date chart, the closest we had to this level was this point right here, which was, 502, and now we are at 598. So just something to keep in mind, right? Tesla is, there's not really an established point of resistance here, but just something to keep in mind as you trade. And then, on the support level, as I mentioned, there was some consolidation around the mid 500s. I think that should hold up as good support if we drop, right? Or at least a little bit of a consolidation period if it does continue down. And then, every 50 from that point on, just based on the 4-hour chart that I see. And then the other sort of indicators that I see are, the moving averages are way down there, but the 20-day moving average comes in at 543. I personally like looking at the 20-day moving average on the daily chart as support. And then we've got the 50-day moving average coming in at 488, and then the 200-day at 441, or 200 period rather, not day, coming in at 441. And then if we take a look at the indicators here, right, what we see is the AEMA on the 4-hour chart has held up as really good support, during this run here. So let's take a look, here, right? If we take a look at all these candle wicks, right, they're bouncing pretty much off the AEMA, a lot of times. So that's another point that I'm watching, right? If Tesla goes down tomorrow, or there's a pullback. The first level I'm watching personally is that 571.88, which is the 8 EMA on the 4-hour chart. And then, from that point on, the 21 EMA is at 545, which really nicely kind of comes together with the 20-day moving average line that we just discussed as well. So 571, 545, 540s rather, 34 EMA is at 524, 55 is at 500. So 571, 545, 524, 500. Points that Tesla, if it were to pull back, could find buyers, right? However, but the other thing that I want to talk about is, anytime we've seen a little bit of a pullback or a red candle with a large wick, it's been bought up and could continue to get bought up as we sort of lead to that December 19th date, which a lot of firms have to include Tesla in their indexes. So just something to keep in mind, Tesla could very easily be $700 by December 19th, or it could be trading at $500. It's a very, very volatile stock. I would highly recommend, you kind of do your research and have clear established points where you want to enter and exit the stock. For me personally, I'm not in the stock right now. I am playing some vertical put spreads with the stock, expecting it to stay above a certain level for the next couple weeks. But with that being said, if it were to go to 700, I wouldn't be surprised. I'd take my profits off the table. But if it were to pull back, I would also not be surprised. And then it's a matter of where it finds resistance. I think the mid 500s could be good resistance, but it hasn't really been validated yet. So that's something that, I'll be looking out for as well, as long as with the EMAs that I just mentioned. I think the first point of EMA on the 4-hour chart coming in the, high fives or 571 should be good support. But again, if we see a sell-off, right, 45% is not going to stop. It's not going to only drop another like $14. So just things that I'm watching over the next month. I think it's a really exciting time. Tesla has now got a market cap of $545 billion, $500 billion, which is, crazy to think about, but that's the nature of the stock market, right? So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a like, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and if there's anything you guys want me to look at, I'd love to chat with you guys on there. Let me know your thoughts on Tesla if you're in Tesla. I know a lot of people are making a killing on Tesla, and great job to you guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed your Thanksgiving break and are looking forward to the start of a great week tomorrow. I'll see you guys for another video. Until then, let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.